Issue 158. After Sonic wants to keep a low profile in the small universe, an earthquake happens, Sonic saves the civilians from rubble, and he smiles at the appreciation from them while realizing that he's not keeping a low profile by doing that. Someone with the purple cape wants to bottle what Sonic has, make a fortune, which makes sense. Sonic immediately realizes the guy's not a friend because he's genre savvy about strangers approaching him and complimenting him by now. Sonic at least tries to be genre savvy by telling him not to do what he's planning, and then Mephistor hits him with a spell, stealing his speed powers like the asshole genie from Archie. You know, maybe it would have been more genre savvy of Sonic to just run away, like he did with the mercenaries. Sonic's spin attack is dodged because he's slower. I have to question how he was able to do it in the first place if he's slower, since he would jump and he wouldn't have the time to curl into a ball before he'd fall back down. And he's hit by some skinny-looking goons. When he realizes he has to rely on his wits to survive, Sonic reveals to the goons that there's no way Mephistor will give them a share of the riches he'll make. Mephistor is an idiot because he just tells the goons to do what they're told, calling them cretins, instead of lying to them that he'll give them some of the money. This idiot plot point causes his demons, who didn't look like them at all, to turn against him, and before Mephistor could absorb Sonic's power for himself, another convenient earthquake happens that makes him throw the bottle away conveniently. It breaks to bring Sonic back to normal. Wow, that was fast. The concept was barely taken advantage of at all. That was like one paragraph afterwards. And for some stupid reason, he saves Mephistor from falling, even while Mephistor is threatening his life. So again, he's an idiot because he's threatening the life of someone he's surprised is even saving him at all. And for all he knows, this could cause Sonic to drop him, which he should be assuming. It's kind of annoying when villains are such complete idiots with their villainy, and it's never pointed out in the story. It's like it's bad writing instead of intentional. Like the writer had no idea how to have Sonic win naturally and just kind of finagled. Sonic uses his super speed to pin Mephistor's arms with the fabric he's wearing, and Mephistor is an idiot once again by telling his demons to protect him when they were just trying to attack him 5 seconds ago. The demons walk away to go into business themselves. Well, that's creative. And the story ends with Sonic stating the obvious. Unfortunately for my hands, the rest of the issue is just a reprint. Though, while that's better for me as a reviewer, of course, that's definitely not good as a reader. I can understand having just one story per issue, but there's absolutely no excuse whatsoever for still forcing the stories to be really short and wasting the entire comic space other than that on reprints. Like, just have the story last the whole issue. Why is that so hard? Archie did it. Archie was doing it for years. Since it's the first time Anyways. Lou Stringer wrote the only story in this, and it was about a wizard named Mephistor stealing Sonic's power, but he doesn't even get to do anything with it, as Sonic outwits him by turning his goons against them for not cutting him a share of the bidder money for it. Basically, he lost because he was an idiot. Archie also did the concept of Sonic's speed powers being taken away by a magician, and there, in Betty Lee's story, it was put in Sonic's robot dog until he conveniently found the genie again when he should have long fled the crime scene by that point. It was more interesting from having the speed powers actually be put in somebody else, Mutski, rather than what happens here where he gets them back a paragraph later, with only being convenienced by it once. Though everything else about the story does the concept better than some genie deciding to be a jerk to Sonic after he freed him from a lake, which was frustrating. Well, the story has a lot of contrivances. The fact that he lost his super speed wasn't contrived at all, because it's an evil magician, of course. Though the genie was an evil magician too. But he should have been grateful to him because he saved him from a lake. You could see that this is just filler padding at the end of the day, in a story arc that didn't need to happen. But that's not a fun way to look at one-shot stories. You could dismiss all of them as filler, provided that they're never mentioned again. But that doesn't mean they have no value by themselves. I found this fun. But it would have been better for Sonic to just find Fang in the story and escape that universe, like I was assuming would happen last issue. And when half of an issue is wasted on reprints, not only does the main story feel like even more of a waste of time, but it makes the main story feel artificially forced to have a basic plot where not much happens, which is inexcusable, because it could have very easily taken up the whole issue at this point. I mean, on the bright side, something I love about the Microverse is I don't know, I just love desert settings. There's just something about desert towns that I really love. The way the villagers dress, and of course I'll be playing the Shamar themes in these reviews, and I love that music. So it's definitely got a lot of charm to it, ugly looking civilians aside. But this whole arc is just padding. But at least he's exploring a new world.